Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NFT Art Talk with your boy DJ Fetus and Kardik NFT in all the places. If you haven't met us, my name is Moshe. You can call me DJ Fetus. This is Kardik. You can call him Kardik. Or Kardik NFT in all the places and spaces. You know how we do. We're out here each morning talking to you guys about the NFT industry, crypto industry, news, hot topics related to those things, trying to share our perspective as both artists, NFT artists, and professionals with careers. We're bringing it all together here and just sharing what Kardik and I really like to do when we dive into the industry. We like to know what's happening across the whole thing, whether you might think it affects you or not. So that's what we're here to do today. We want to welcome you and say thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're here on YouTube, Twitter, we appreciate your support. We don't want you to, and don't forget, like and subscribe to this video, subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you know. We're coming out with new videos a couple times a day right now, all related to this new way to experience NFTs. So we appreciate your support. If you are watching on Twitter, come on over to YouTube, find us here. This is the best place to experience it. But if you want to stay in Twitter, we're happy with that too. Just shoot us a follow when you get a chance after the video. We're going to keep it quick and brief here like we do. Kardik, man, what's up, dude? How's your morning going?
It's a great morning, man. I wrote 3 songs this morning, so I'll still get fascinated by just being able to write pretty fast, man. And such a flow through, bro.
That's real tight.
I get real tight space when I do that.
Dude, I can't wait to hear those songs tomorrow in the jam room.
Tomorrow,
hope. Yeah,
sure.
Tomorrow, tomorrow at 1:00 Central Time, Kardik and I always do this program called the Jam Room. We play the music that usually it's new unreleased music that we wrote that week. We also show some of the NFTs that we have out right now, and we get a chance to tell you guys a little bit about our story and our lives. So we love that. We want to invite everyone there. Yeah, I can't wait to hear that. I know I got a fire track right now that I wrote this week. I can't wait to play it. Cool. I'm gonna drop it on Tez next week, but yeah, I'm gonna play it first here. You know we can do that. I might have it up on Tez tomorrow. So if you want it, you can.
I might make a music video, but it might happen tomorrow with those new songs. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, take your time, no rush.
Yeah,
we know you're already creating 1,000 minutes, 1,000 units a minute, or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's dive into a little bit of news with you guys and get at it. Here, let me zoom in for you a little because that is very, very small. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, there we go. We thought we'd just kind of check back in with kind of the main coins here on CoinMarketCap. Still seeing some of these, Bitcoin under 40K, ETH under 3K, BNB, hanging tight, I would call it. XRP, one of our faves, at 61 cents. Still, doing what it does. We're not really here doing financial support or financial advice, to be honest, guys. We're just kind of checking in and see how it all correlates. That's our goal. So Cardano, 82 cents. Dogecoin right around 13 cents at the 12th, based on market cap, I believe, 12th highest. Avalanche, 62. I wanted to get down to Matic because I know that's another big NFT space coin. 111. How about that? That's probably lucky.
111.
Yeah. Like I said, I have my own opinions, and we can talk about, Kardik and I both do. You can talk to us about that off air. Shoot us a DM if you're curious about any of that. But, we just like to give a quick update. And I think it's going to be relevant to some of the news we're going to talk about because, as we were talking about on Monday, things really kind of took we saw it take a little bit of a slide over the weekend and into the beginning of this week. So we want to keep checking in to see what's happening. It does relate to the NFT scene. And continuing with the Coinbase, Kardik, I want to get your opinions too. I just wanted to get through this quickly. I thought this was really interesting. As long as we're looking at coins, let's look at the NFT coins.
Right? Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
So here's a lot of the coins that are quote unquote NFT based. You got ApeCoin, which is the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mana and Sand, which are associated with the metaverse lands. Tezos, we talk about that a lot here. Axie Infinity is a game in the NFT space, and this is kind of a coin that you earn slash, it's these coins also support these ecosystems. They have so much relevance. I don't know, Kartik, if you want to talk to that a little bit.
Yeah, so a lot of these NFT projects or crypto chains, like you're looking at them, they'll build an ecosystem where they have the community. So you have Bored Ape Yacht that has a community, you have Decentraland that has a community, Sandbox has a community, right? And what it is kind of like you're playing your video games. If you're familiar with like playing any of the consoles like PlayStation, Xbox, or even computer games, sometimes they have coins in it. I know I'm familiar with NBA 2K where they have like virtual currency in it, right? So what they're actually doing is actually distributing these coins within that ecosystem so that they could utilize those in some way in the future or right now, whether it be buying NFT goods in the system, like maybe it's like a certain tool they have in a video game, right? And they'll purchase it with that coin. So it's kind of taking the video game kind of realm where we've kind of grown up in and bringing it to like real life where these coins are actually exchanged on like a marketplace, and you could actually off and on ramp it for fiat currency. So kind of gets wild like that. Like people can make livings actually in these games. That's where it's kind of trajecting towards, right? So this is kind of what's happening now. People release these NFTs, and then the next thing they want to do is have a coin behind it.
I love that they group Tezos in the NFT coin on CoinMarketCap.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, to Kartik's point, yeah, I mean, these coins that you're earning in these games that you're playing actually have value, real life value, and honestly, man, retail and investors of the like are trading these coins, I mean, there's all these. It's really interesting. So we're going to keep checking in. You see ApeCoin, that's kind of the most popular one right now. This was rewarded to anybody that had a Bored Ape Yacht Club Macy, Mutant Ape Yacht Club. It's $15 a coin. I think that's really interesting. So just by holding the NFT, I think they gave out like a couple thousand coins per NFT.
Something like that, yeah. They airdropped them it.
Yeah. All right, cool. So then looking at some of the NFT, the larger collections, I'm going to this is on Rarity Sniper. This is another program that kind of scans across a lot of NFTs. You can, kind of look at the value of each one. You can see rarity in NFTs. If you don't know, there's like traits based on the designs and stuff like that. We can talk about that later. Hit us up if you want to know more. But just thought this was interesting. Other Deed, we've been talking about that all week. But Ones, Caked Ape, Crocodiles, Easy Demon Club. These are all collections that you can see are trading over. This one has 286 ETH traded. 1,017 ETH traded. A lot of sales. These are like just kind of the more popular based on volume over the last 7 days. Just keep, we're not telling you to invest in these, do your own research. We just want to show you what's happening in this space. Thought this was a pretty interesting chart too, just while we're here. This is the blockcrypto.com. To be honest, I don't know exactly what it's tracking, but it looks like it's tracking a couple different chains, Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, Flow, Avalanche, a couple different styles, art and collectibles and gaming. It's just a very interesting way I thought this was an interesting way to look at the industry, right?
Right. So it's evolving, and as you can see, there's really no past transactional history in a lot of these until like January 21. You have some January 20 and stuff like that, 2020. So what I see from this is just like this is a brand new space that's just occurring right now. So if you're in it, you could see a lot of growth, and you'll understand what's going on as you kind of evolve with the space as well.
Yeah, and also I see, like this platform probably didn't start till January of 2021, right, like Kartik said, but you see how you can really get a good visualization of how it's flowed. Like you have these like crazy months where it's like $1 billion traded in NFTs, and then it kind of like does like the stock market, it chills out and it sets its resistance and its support, and then it like busts out again, and even though it's art, there's like it's a different way to look at the way that art functions. Well, and also the NFTs aren't just art. So
what's interesting about it, when I was studying some of these crypto currency cycles and histories. They said in the past, there's kind of altcoins popping off after like Bitcoin and Ethereum went off, right? When I say went off, like went higher in price, 5x, 10x, yada, yada. But what they're saying what happened this time was like the NFTs were kind of like the altcoins that like massively exploded up. So it's kind of interesting. Now you have this like third kind of like market kind of going on in that you had Bitcoin as the main one, altcoins is kind of like your secondary coins. And now you have this new space kind of NFTs, which is like a third market that's utilizing these coins.
Yeah. And that's the thing is it's like this third market involves art. So like if you're an artist coming into the space, it's worth kind of educating yourself on what's happening. That's what we need to be. That's what we're here to
Right.
do with you guys, and new ways to look at it, even if you don't fully understand it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So with that in mind, let's get into a couple of these news highlights, and then we'll send people off to their day.
Yeah. So yeah, this article I came across this morning. Actually, they released it yesterday. But Coinbase opens up NFT marketplace to all. So the crypto exchange has opened the floodgates to its Ethereum-based marketplace after testing a beta version with a select group of users in April. So in April, they just like let like a beta test for certain users to come on there, start up their profiles, and show their kind of like NFTs. And now you can see that the marketplace just saw 900 transactions, around 73 ETH. It's not as at the volume of OpenSea yet, but they're doing an open access. But what I thought was really tight about this is that they're opening it up to everybody. And I think I saw, there's a Coinbase NFT will look to take a chunk of the market share from the NFT marketplace kingpin OpenSea, debuting with 0 transaction fees for a limited time. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like maybe just to get your stuff on there. They have 0 transaction fees, easy onboarding for people who maybe want to purchase that for the limited time that they're doing that. So I got to actually delve in there and set up my profile and all that. But that's one thing I thought very interesting in this article.
Yeah, I was looking at Coinbase or FTX this morning also. So it's really interesting to see. I think what's interesting for me as both an artist and a collector is that I'm going to be honest, man. I'm moving my money from Coinbase to these other places to buy NFTs, right? Like
Right.
I'll move my
Yeah.
crypto. And if I can just do it there and don't have to pay a fee, or even don't have to pay one fee, like we talk about a lot on the show, on OpenSea, we have to pay to convert ETH to wrapped ETH, or convert ETH to Polygon, and then from Polygon to this. And Coinbase is already transacting on these different blockchains to a certain extent. FTX is already doing that. KuCoin is already doing that, right? So like ideally, while we're doing this, we don't, that can hopefully cut down even when they start charging transactions. But man, that is some alpha right there. Thank you, Kardik. No transaction fees. That's a big deal
Right.
for NFT artists, especially one
Right.
of one artists, because people don't buy our stuff because of the transaction fee. It's like 3 times the cost that we're actually charging sometimes.
Right. Correct.
Let's keep it going and wrap it up for everyone. This is another one. This is just kind of something I thought was interesting in researching for this morning's episode. Man, the headlines: the NFT market is collapsing. 75% decrease. Like all of this stuff. And I think Kartik and I kind of expected to see some stuff like this. To be honest, especially when we saw that big dip earlier, because as the people who are investing in NFTs own crypto. So as the crypto markets are starting to go down, like you have to expect the things that they're spending their money on are going to go down. They're going to be like, well, wait, I need to hold too. There's FUD. This is FUD to me, fear in the market. I don't know. It is every time I see headlines like this, I always think to myself, this is some sort of institutional NFT investor putting this out to scare away retail investors from buying NFTs so that the prices go down and they can stack up. I'm not gonna lie, that's like Kartik and I talked about yesterday. Media has influence on these markets. This is something I think. An article in the Wall Street Journal has claimed sales of non-fungible NFTs are flatlining. Yet we're looking at these things. Just earlier this week, we were reporting the largest 40,000 NFTs were sold in like an hour. In the same week, that top 5 collections alone accounted for more than 1 billion in primary and secondary sales. The article cited data from NFT market analysis platform Non-Fungible, suggesting the number of NFT sales has fallen 92% since all-time highs in 2021. While it's active in the Ethereum network NFT market were also said to have declined by 88% since a high in November 2021. However, on-chain data from Dune Analytics dashboard suggests that the NFT marketplace is still robust, with information showing that NFT users and transactions are much higher than what's reported by non-fungible. You can go on to read the rest. The link's in the bio below or in the description below. Yeah, to me, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, neither is Kartik.
Yeah.
But how much of this data, like for me to trust this data personally, I'd like to see a little bit more context on what's happening.
Right,
People
because
moving away from the Ethereum chain because of these fees, and it's a developing market. And, that's
what's
kind of
a
my perspective. Go for it, Kartik.
what's interesting about it, yeah, maybe the transaction volume went down, but for the instance of like Bored Ape Yacht Club, they were airdropped these ape tokens, so that might have been an incentive to hold it longer, right? Because I was reading this article, said like they made tens of thousands of dollars from the airdrop. Not saying like that's financial advice, but this is what these players are doing in these ecosystems, right? To incentivize people holding the NFT longer. So that's not really reflected in the transaction value. Transaction value is like liquidity, how much you're selling it for, and giving a marketplace for it. But you have these new kind of concepts that are being incorporated into the NFT as well.
And those are the perspectives we're trying to bring you on this show. Like Kartik said, that's two things that are both definitely happening. One, putting FUD so people will sell at lower than what these things are worth, and two, encouraging people to hold until the market gets higher, which is what a lot of the whales want. And I mean, a lot of people want that, not just whales. So anyways, thank you guys so much. We hope that you too learned something on today's show. We're doing these news talks. We're keeping them nice and short for you guys. Please join us every morning. We'll be here talking about this, showing you some industry updates and some news. Join us this afternoon at 1 o'clock for the NFT Art Talk. We're going to be talking about art and the artists that inspire us. And please don't forget, tomorrow, big day on YouTube and Twitter, the Jam Room. It's one of Kartik and I's favorite things to do every Friday, live at 1 o'clock Central. We're going to play unreleased music. We're going to show you our new stuff. We're going to talk about our own personal experiences even more. And we're going to recap what was a really great week at NFT Art Talk. So thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we'll see you later this afternoon.